And got it. Okay. I get asked one question more than any other. Should I go to medical school? I'm honored really, because for 8 years, all I wanted was a place where I could have that discussion, figure out if I really wanted to go to medical school. But here and now, I have no idea if somebody should go to medical school or not. How would I know that? Making that decision to go to medical school is a very difficult decision. For some, it's really easy. But you know what? Life is full of incredibly difficult decisions. So, instead of answering that question today, should I go to medical school? I'm going to answer a different question. How do I make difficult decisions? Because making difficult decisions is an art. I've had no shortage of difficult decisions in the last 8 years. So, here's what I know. Number one, all paths you take in life are difficult. Even if one seems less stressful, it's still stressful. It's just going to be stressful in different ways. So if you embrace that from the beginning, that no matter what you do, it's going to be difficult, I think that's helpful because it helps you plan and it helps you eliminate difficulty as a reason why you won't do something. There is no easy path, ever, anywhere. Number two, having heart in your path is critical. This is where questions like, what kind of life do I want to be proud to tell my kids about, come in and are really helpful. This is where you can try the exercise of envisioning your life 10 years down the road and trying to figure out what you want to do every day and what you want to be talking about. All those things are really helpful. But I can say this, once indecision sets in, once that murkiness arrives and you have no idea how you actually feel about it, that means the amygdala is taking over. That means fear is taking over, and that means you're in the middle of uncertainty. Which brings up my number three. Fear is an ally. Fear guides my arrow to the target. No matter where I'm at in the decision-making process, no matter how uncertain I am, no matter how murky the waters are, I can always tell you which path I'm the most afraid of. Which path scares the hell out of me. Which path I'm pretty sure I don't know if I can actually accomplish. Right? These are all important clues. And you know what? That path is usually the right choice. And lastly, I'm going to tell you right now, I do take the low road sometimes. I take the path of least resistance. I'm not perfect. I'm not Superman, right? I try to embody some Stoic principles. I try to embrace uncertainty. I try to embrace discomfort. But you know what? Sometimes I make mistakes. That's part of playing the game. I try to repeat to myself, 1, I'm learning. 2, I'm growing. What this does is it helps me make all of it grist for the mill. I said that saying grist for the mill the other day to my wife and she was like, what the hell does that mean? Grist for the mill means you're trying to recycle the whole experience into something that you eventually churn out the other side. I think it's a good thing. Let us take medical school, in my case, for example. I went to medical school because when I thought about doing something different than medical school, going and trying to find myself outside of medical school, that scared the shit out of me. Medical school was actually easier for me and I was less scared of going to medical school. I know, it's pretty disturbing. I was scared less by an all-out 8-year commitment and grind of information and time than I was by going after what I wanted. The force that compelled me to make that choice is what we're battling during big decisions. If you have a difficult decision on your hands, consider the harder path. Consider the more uncertain path and try to have some heart in it. If you liked today's video, hit subscribe. I also have a newsletter that I send out every Friday morning. It's free. You can sign up through the link that's in my bio below. If you're one of the few humans on earth that still prefers your media in written form, I have a website, Fightmaster MD, where I publish 2 articles a week talking about my journey after medicine. Let's go build a life we love.